So, Tony Bianchino from Outrun Your Fork, personal training. You guys know me, seen me. I am in street clothes today. We went out and got a produce box from my good friend over at Ono Bowls today so we could get some fresh produce and not have to go in the store. I kind of like that. I thought it was great. But here today, we're going to talk to you about some exercise. So it's about time. Sometimes we do things for your head. Sometimes we do things for nutrition. Today, we're going to talk about getting good at push-ups or pull-ups or sit-ups or whatever it is that you want to get good at. And it's really, really simple. We kind of talked a little bit last night about creating better habits, right? And this kind of piggybacks off that. So if you've been watching us as we go through, you'll see that each of these segments, somewhat we try to interweave them into each one. So if you watch one, the next one's going to build on it. But they're also independent enough where you don't have to watch the entire series. It's not like watching, a binge episode on Netflix like I like to do. Like I literally watched all of Better Call Saul in three seasons. And yeah, you do need to watch one after the other. But this one is how could you get good at push-ups? If you can't do a push-up right now, how do you get good at push-ups? How could you go from doing 0 push-ups, not even being able to barely plank, to doing 10 good push-ups in only 6 weeks? I mean, that's amazing if you think about it, right? Or not doing any pull-ups at all to being able to pull yourself up to a pull-up bar. Not a chin-up, because this is easier, because then you could just kind of, curl over it. But to do a legit pull-up to your chest, right, in only 6 weeks, do 5 in 6 weeks, from 0 to 5. It's amazing. With the right program, you can really do anything. And I wrote up a program on how to do pull-ups, how to do, get to do 5 good strict pull-ups in just a 6-week period for one of our clients. And, he's working at it. So it's really, really cool how you do it. So we've written up programs for all of these. And the first thing I want to start with is push-ups. How do you get good at push-ups? People always say, oh, man, I'm not strong. I can't even do 1 push-up. Well, here's the secret. Start with an elevated push-up. And more than anything else that I'm going to teach you today, it's consistency. Hit at it. First, set the goal, right? And then plant your flag in a 6-week time frame. 6 weeks from today, I will do X number of push-ups. All right. This way you have that goal firmly planted in your mind, because goal setting is really about, what do you want? When do you want it? And what are you willing to do to get it? Or what are you willing to give up in order to get it? Right. So if I want to lose 2 belt sizes, 3 belt sizes, 4 belt sizes, 1 belt size a month, right? 1 belt size a month. I want to lose 10 pounds a month. What do I have to do? I got to give up my ice cream. I got to also give up a little time so I can work out more, right? I got to increase my energy. So push-ups and pull-ups and all these things are the same thing. What are you willing to do? What's the goal? Set the goal. I want to do 5 push-ups, or I want to do a push-up. Okay, great. And I want to do it within 6 weeks. So put the date down. 6 weeks from today would be April, I think, right around the mid-April, 15th or so. Actually, wait a minute, we're starting April, so mid-May, right around mid-May. Okay, it may not be May 15th, probably a little bit before, but 6 weeks from today. So how do you get good at push-ups then? Every day, make a commitment to do the workout that you need to do in order to do a push-up. Now, it's not just about getting down and doing an elevated push-up. Okay, when you first start push-ups rather, you want to start. And you're going to see how this applies to really everything that you do. An elevated push-up is where you're against the wall or something high, like a filing cabinet, and you start here, and you fall forward, and you push away. Because this angle, right, the somewhat horizontal angle is easier than vertical angle is much easier than a horizontal angle. This is the toughest way to do a push-up. Is here and up. So if you increase the elevation and you increase your angle and decrease the amount of drag that gravity has on your body, right? The more you go down to a horizontal position, the more gravitational pull is on your entire body. Here, you only have pull in this angle, right? So you're going to come forward and push away. It's much, much easier. Now, that's actually the way when I was a kid, I don't remember ever learning how to do push-ups. I just always did them. But when I had my spinal cord injury, I couldn't lift my arm, do anything. So I had to slowly gain my strength back. And I was doing push-ups on the wall, and it was a real struggle for me to do it. So I had to incorporate these techniques myself so I could bring myself back to doing a push-up. And it took me quite a while to be able to do a push-up again, right? But that's how I started. I did an elevated push-up. But I committed every day to doing a certain number of push-ups at that angle, and then slowly increasing or decreasing the angle relative to the floor. Okay, going more and more horizontal. So instead of being up here, I would now move to here, right? And slowly move down the wall. Eventually, I'd be doing push-ups on my knees. So I'd go to my knees and do push-ups from my knees until one day I could finally get here and do one push-up. And then I knew I was on my way, right? So you have to look at it and see what you have to do. Now, with exercise, it's interesting, and you're going to see how this relates to so many other things in your life. But with exercise, it's not just about doing that one movement. It's what muscles are involved in order to help assist you to be able to do that movement, right? In a push-up, a lot of it comes not just from your chest, but you get shoulder work into it, and a lot of tricep, the back of the arm, is really responsible for pushing you away. From here to here, this low portion of the movement, it's chest and shoulders. You see how it jumps out a little bit? The boobies come up, boom, right? But from here to here, it's much more extension of the arms. So you need to build this up. So there's other exercise you want to do that'll help you with that. Dips on a chair, right? So if you're just starting out, you could do dips for your triceps on a chair, or on the couch, or on your stairs, right? Where you'll come here and you'll keep your knees bent, okay? So you bend your knees, come down and up, right? Come down and up, right? As you get stronger, you slowly start to put your feet out further until they're straight, and you come down and up, right? And then slowly incorporate maybe some more techniques. You incorporate some more equipment. There you go, right? You use two chairs and you dip between two chairs. So you have your hands, one on each chair, and you could go in between the chairs, okay? This is all, again, for home workouts. This is assuming you don't have all the equipment at the gym that you can, just have at your disposal, because again, we're doing home workouts, right? And why are we doing home workouts? Because we're home, right? And we are for at least another few weeks, okay? So set aside that time to do it each day. So you got to pick a time that is going to be most duplicable, most replicatable, okay? Most consistent. So pick a time, whether it's, if I do it first thing when I get up in the morning, I know I'll get it done. If I do it, right before I go to bed, I know I'll do it. If I do it right before lunchtime, I know I'll do it. Hey, Kathy, right? So you got to pick that one time. For me, it would probably be when I first wake up, because then I know I'm going to be really, really consistent with it. So you pick that time, and then you start to do the work that you need to do each time. So you decrease the angle, you get down, down, down. You also work your triceps, you work your shoulders. So you come up with the plan to be able to do it. Now, the cool thing is this can be translated to anything that you want to do. If you want to be able to get good at pull-ups, you could do it. If you want to get good at tennis, you could do it this way. If you want to get good at pickleball, you could do it, right? What are some of the things that you need to do in order to get good at whatever activity or whatever function it is that you're looking to get good at? There's ancillary. There's other things around that surround the one main activity, right? When you see somebody that wants to get to be a fast sprinter, they don't just go out and sprint and sprint and sprint and sprint. That's not the way to do it, right? I mean, you do need to do that, but that's not the one way to do it. You got to create heavier load, because what do you need? When you sprint, you got to get that burst coming off the line, right? You don't need a whole lot of distance. You don't need a whole lot of endurance. You need quick power and speed. So if you look at a sprinter's legs, they're much bigger and much stronger. It's like a speed skater. Those guys and girls have huge thighs, right? And the reason why they have such huge thighs are because they generate a lot of power when they move across the ice. Boom, boom, they're chopping with their legs, right? A sprinter is the same thing. They need quick burst off the line and quick burst the entire way. And that's generated from power. So what do? They squat heavy, right? They do plyometrics, so they'll jump, do a lot of jumping movements. But also, they're not just working their thighs. They're working the back of their legs. They're working their hamstrings. They're working their calves. They're working their flexibility. You want to be able to move through a greater range of motion at a faster rate when you're running. Those legs and hips need to be mobile. So for whatever the goal is, if it's an exercise goal, there's other things around it that you should be doing, right? Like I said, with the push-up, it's really pretty straightforward. You need a little bit of a strong abs, but really you need strong shoulders, strong pecs, and strong triceps to be able to get through that. If you have a strong back here, your lats, that will help for the push. Your serratus in here, these little muscles that you feel on your rib cage, they go from front to back. Strong serratus will help you as you push up also. So all these little things are going to help you. So if you think about the push up, so many different components to it that you could strengthen up in order to get good at push-ups faster than just trying to do push-up, Guarantee you'll never get good at it if that's all you do. So the same thing applies to pull-ups and sit-ups and anything else you want to do physically. Emotionally and mentally, it's the same thing, right? If you want to get good at doing something, you have to do all these other activities around it that are going to help support that one main activity, right? When I wanted to be a good employee, okay, well, as a business owner, same thing, right? Somebody that's good at working at their job and they want to move up, you want to get better at it. What do you have to do? Well, as a business owner, some of the things I have to learn is I not only have to be a really stellar trainer, but I have to really understand people. I have to be able to listen to people, right? So my people skills have to go up, and they have to continue to go up all the time. Why? It makes me a better trainer. It makes me understand people's psyche better. The fact that I've been through some severe injuries in my life that were totally unrelated to working out, have helped me understand what it's like when somebody comes back from an injury and they're afraid to get hurt again, especially if it's a major injury. I know what it's like to be a dad and to work in corporate and to have a really busy schedule and not have time to food prep and, think I didn't have time to work out and all these other things. I get it. So more and more experience in my life has helped me become that better trainer. And it also subsequently helped me become a better business owner because, you have to understand people in order to, be good at your craft and be good at what you do. But I think the most important thing there is you have to really understand people so you can have compassion, so you can have empathy. At the fundamental level, you have to care about people, right? So if you want to be a good employee, you want to be better at your job, these are the fundamentals. People skills will take you further than any other skill on the planet when it comes to getting promoted at your job, when it comes to having a good marriage, when it comes to being a good parent. People skills are the most important critical thing in anything, okay? Is it the most important thing if you're trying to do a push-up? Probably not, right? The push-up itself is probably not predicated on people skills. But how do you get good at people skills? Okay, that's a whole nother topic for another conversation, right? But you're getting the idea no matter what you want to improve. Now, with the push-up, there's some components you have to do. And, look, if any of you are looking to get good at push-ups or you want to be able to do a pull-up, just message me, text me, email me, however you want to get in touch with me. Put a comment in the chat below, and I'm happy to send you out a program that'll help you get good at push-ups. I'll ask you a couple questions about, where you are right now. Are there any injuries you've had before? What's your level and where do you want to be? That kind of thing. And then I'll send you over a program just so you can get do good at push-ups or pull-ups or whatever it is you want to get good at, right? A 500-pound, 1 rep max squat, okay, let's do it. But I'm happy to do that just to prove that point, just to help you out. But so all these things, no matter what it is in life that you want to get good at, you have to start understanding what the ancillary things are around it. Okay, so if it's losing weight, that's a very important thing. It's not just about, dropping pounds, because if you drop pounds, like, look, I could cut my right arm off and I'll probably lose 15 pounds or whatever this thing weighs, right? Is that the way I want to do it? Well, no, right? you can lose weight, but also lose a lot of muscle. And what does that do? Well, have you ever seen people that are like flabby and mushy, but they're skinny? It's like they're, mush. That's not the way we want to look. We want to look good, but we also want to feel good, right? So you don't want to just lose muscle and not lose body fat, because that's the skinny fat. That's the squishy stuff. And nobody wants to be squishy. So what do? You want to do it the right way, right? So you have to eat enough to keep your metabolism up. You got to exercise. You got to move so you can burn the calories, right? And another thing that helps is drinking water. Those 3 activities alone. If you get your food right, your calories and portions right, you get your water down right, and you get your activity level up, you will lose body fat. You will lose weight. I don't want to hear anybody that tells me, oh, it's my metabolism. I have a bad metabolism. Let's fix that. We can fix that probably through your food and your activity level and water for sure, but movement, activity level rather, and total calories. You're either eating way too much or way not enough. So many people think they're eating a lot. Oh my God, I eat all the time. And then when you calculate the calories, it's like 4, 5, 6, 800 calories. If you're eating less than 1,000, 1,200 calories a day, you're starving yourself, and your metabolism just goes to shit. All right, goes to crap. So I want to lose weight. Great. There's a couple of things you need to do around just not eating. If you just stop eating, bad things are going to happen, and you will eventually stop losing weight. And when you do finally eat anything, boom, you'll gain weight in a heartbeat. And that's a tragedy, right? Because we're here to live life and have fun. So no matter what it is that you're looking at good at, just start to understand and look for the things that are wrapping around that one goal. Okay, the one thing you want to get good at. You could do push-ups and push-ups and push-ups and push-ups, but if you're never strengthening up here, you're never getting your form right, you're never doing progressions, you're never strengthening up in your serratus, you're not going to get as good at push-ups as you could, or you may never be able to do that one push-up. Okay, so that's the trick, is learning what's around it. As far as exercise and diet, nutrition, and all that stuff, we're great at that. Okay, so if you like some help with it, just go ahead and do it. And if you're our clients, man, just give me the go ahead and say, man, I want to be able to do one push-up. All right, give yourself the 4 weeks, the 6 weeks, and let's get it done. Because this is the time when you will never get this time back. We're stuck at home. We got extra time. We got extra availability. Let's make this worth it, man. Let's make this time valuable. So how do you get good at push-ups? Find everything around it that you need to do to help support that push-up and get good. And guys, that'll help you in anything in life. How do you get good at something that you want to do? What's up, Ray? What's up, Melissa? How do you get good at that one thing that you want to get good at? Do all the ancillary work around it, and that's how you get good at it. So you want to do a push-up? Really, really simple, very achievable, doable, that you can not only do one push-up, but you could easily do 5 within 5 weeks, 6 weeks, even if you can't even do a knee push-up right now. All right, guys, look, it's been a pleasure sharing with you. Put your comments, questions in the comments below. Feel free to reach out if you want the push-up program or the pull-up program. Just ask. I'm happy to give that to you. But it's been my pleasure sharing with you again. It's been 18 minutes. We're going to sign off quick and easy. I want you to get these quick bursts so you can live the best life that you can live. Guys, again, my name's Tony from Outrun Your Fork Personal Training. It's been my pleasure. I look forward to hearing from you guys soon.